Have you ever made a promise to yourself? Tomorrow, I'll change everything. But when tomorrow comes, nothing changes. What if the real secret to success isn't motivation at all? Let me tell you a story. In a quiet mountain town, there lived a boy named Arav. He wasn't the smartest in school, or the fastest, or the most talented. But every night he would look at the stars and dream of becoming a great inventor. He imagined flying machines, talking robots, clocks that could reverse time. He'd watch videos of genius minds, read about famous creators, and whisper to himself, "Tomorrow I'll start. I'll stay up all night. I'll build something amazing." But then morning came, and with it, laziness, scrolling, excuses. "I'll begin tomorrow," he'd say. "Definitely tomorrow." Days passed, then weeks, and Arav began to feel stuck, like he was chasing a shadow that kept running ahead of him. One evening, as he walked home through a narrow street, he heard something strange. Tick, tick, tick. Curious, he followed the sound and found an old workshop. Above the door was a faded wooden sign, Daya's Timepieces, fixing more than just clocks. Inside, under a flickering light, an old man sat, carefully repairing a clock. This was Master Daya, the town's mysterious clockmaker. Arav asked, "You're always working? Don't you get tired? How do you stay so motivated?" Master Daya looked up, smiled gently, and said, "I'm not motivated, Arav. I'm consistent." Arav's eyes blinked. "Isn't motivation the key?" Daya chuckled. "Motivation is like weather. It changes. But discipline is like time. It never stops." Then he said, "Come back tomorrow morning. I'll show you something." The next day, Arav returned. Daya slid a small, broken pocket watch across the table. "Fix this," he said. "I've never fixed anything before," Arav protested. "Exactly," Daya replied. "That's why we begin." And so it began. Every day, Arav came back to the shop. Some days he was excited, other days he was tired. Some days he didn't want to come at all, but still he came. He learned about gears and also about patience. He learned how time flows and also how discipline works. He learned that showing up matters more than being perfect. Then one day, he fixed a watch completely on his own. Daya smiled, clapped gently, and said, "You're ready. Let me tell you a story." Once a builder stood before a wild, dangerous river. He had no bridge, no boat, just hope. So he laid a stone. The next day, another. People laughed at him and said that he is very slow and he will not make it. But he didn't stop. Few stones. Every day, years passed. Then one day, a flood came in that village and washed away everything else. But his bridge stood firm because it had deep foundations. People used this bridge to cross the river and save themselves. Daya looked into Arav's eyes and said, "Discipline is the foundation." If the builder would have expected for motivation from someone, he would have never made the bridge. Instead of expecting motivation, he relied on his disciplined work, and that gave him success at the end. Talent may give you a head start, motivation may push you once, but only discipline gets you across the river. That night, Arav didn't scroll. He didn't wait to feel inspired. He just opened his notebook and began sketching. Not perfect, not brilliant, but it was his first stone. The next morning, he returned to the workshop not as a dreamer, but as a builder. He started maintaining the discipline in his life. After that, he could feel that he is taking few steps close to his dreams with his discipline. The world rewards talent, but life transforms those who keep showing up. Discipline is your greatest invention. We're all a bit like Arav, aren't we? We make plans. We feel inspired for a moment. Then we scroll, delay, wait for tomorrow. We promise ourselves we'll start, just not today. We rely on motivation, but forget that it fades. The truth is, dreams aren't built in a rush. They're built stone by stone, with discipline. Because in the end, it's not about how fast we move, but how often we show up.